Between the years of 2000 and 2009, approximately 200 teens died each year in Georgia. In 2010, we had the lowest ever fatality rate of 127 teens killed on our roadways, but that is still too many. In Georgia, a crash occurs on our roadways every 1 minute. An injury crash occurs every 5 minutes, and a fatality crash occurs every 7 hours. That's a little over 3 people a day. Which 3 of you will it be? The simulated crash will involve 2 vehicles coming home from their prom. The simulated crash happens in front of Krispy Kreme on Highway 92. This particular crash is the result of a driver being distracted at the wheel. The collision happened so quickly, there wasn't any time for either driver to avoid it. 3 of the 10 victims are dead upon impact. The other victims will have injuries ranging from bruises to major trauma. The only witnesses to this collision are in the silver Ford Focus. Inside are Chris Cochran, Jordan McNally, Emma Harrison, and Jill Reeves. These 4 are the only help these victims will have for several minutes. When a call is received at the 911 center, it takes approximately 4 to 6 minutes for units to arrive on the scene. This is due to the fact that police cars, fire trucks, and ambulances are responding from around the county. The driver of the first car is Matt Robbins. He is an 18-year-old student from River Ridge High School. He was driving recklessly on Highway 92. He has multiple lacerations, is covered in glass, and has minor bruises all over his body. He is able to crawl out of the vehicle with relative ease. He will need minor medical attention, but his injuries are not life-threatening. Matt was wearing his seatbelt. Matt is found to be intoxicated. He only had a couple of drinks and thought he was okay to drive. Matt fails the breathalyzer test. Drake Pitts was in the back seat of the first car. He was wearing his seatbelt and is able to free himself from the wreckage. Brett Pinkert is a teacher that was chaperoning prom for River Ridge. Mr. Pinkert was wearing his seatbelt and was the driver of the second car. He is able to free himself and goes to help others. Chelsea Belli is a teacher and was chaperoning at the prom. She was sitting in the back seat of the second car. She had not put her seatbelt on after leaving Krispy Kreme.
There's so much I would have said to those I love if I had known my life was going to end so early. I thought I would one day get to start a family, but instead, all that remains behind are tears, grief, and things I wish I would have done.
Casey Belli is in the back seat of the second car. He was sitting next to the love of his life, Chelsea. He looks around as the dust clears and tries to find his wife. He doesn't find her until he looks towards the hood of the car. He rushes to be by her side, but this is the last image he will ever have of her. She dies upon impact.
To Casey and Chelsea's family, whom they love dearly, and their close friends whom they cherish, I proudly present to you Mr. and Mrs. Casey Belli.
My partner in life and my one true love. I will cherish our union and love you more each day than I did the day before.
Alexa Dye is a 17-year-old student at River Ridge. She sat in the back of the car without a seatbelt. She dies before any help can arrive.
Why did I allow myself to get in the car? One wrong decision, and now my life has been ripped away from me.
Sage Stulak is an 18-year-old at River Ridge High School and was in the rear seat of the first car. She was wearing her seatbelt and is able to free herself from the wreckage. Henley Sawicki was the passenger of the second car. She is a teacher at River Ridge High School. Mrs. Sawicki is unconscious and barely breathing. Mrs. Sawicki is considered a critical patient and will get immediate care and transport to the trauma center. The medical team on the scene has determined that Mrs. Sawicki needs to be flown to the hospital. She'll have a better chance of survival going by air to the trauma center in Atlanta. After 7 hours of surgery, Mrs. Sawicki slips into a coma. For many months, her friends and family will stand by her side and she struggles to stay alive. After 6 long months of hoping and praying, Mrs. Sawicki's family takes her off of the machines that were keeping her alive. She dies within minutes and now has become another statistic. Connor Pavoloni is an 18-year-old senior at River Ridge High. He was the front seat passenger of the first car. He had so many dreams and aspirations for his life. Unfortunately, those are all gone. His mother, father, and twin sister will keep him in their hearts for the rest of their lives. Connor dies instantly from the crash.
Imagine all the fun things I'm missing out on because I made a stupid decision to let someone drive that was clearly not able to drive. How could I have been so dumb?
Callie Lambert, an 18-year-old senior at River Ridge High School, is the backseat passenger of the first car. She was wearing her seatbelt and was hit in the head by objects flying in the car. Those objects have left Callie with a C5 fracture in her neck. This will leave her a quadriplegic for the rest of her life. She will never be able to walk or have the use of her arms and legs again. Being dependent on someone 24/7 is not what she had planned for in her life. Callie will never play another game of soccer, and her dreams of attending UGA in the fall will never become reality. Along with the non-returning teacher and 2 students that died from this tragic accident, Mr. Belli and Mr. Pinkard have decided to resign from their teaching positions at River Ridge High School. What you have witnessed today is a demonstration, but it's a very accurate one. Automobile crashes are horrible regardless of the circumstances. On behalf of Cherokee County Fire, Save Kids Cherokee County, Woodstock Fire Department, Cherokee County Sheriff's Office, Cherokee County Coroner's Office, Air Methods Transport Service, and Mulligan's Body Shop, we thank you for your attention. We hope that you will all think twice and make wise decisions when you get into a vehicle. You get one chance at life. Don't lose it. Don't let this happen to you.